or make things
I'm
actually
asking you. I'm
follow
asking
on
you
a
within the laws
reasonable
of
basis,
identity. How
right?
is it a
Do you
logical
believe that the
contradiction?
Trinity is
How is the
reasonable?
Trinity a logical contradiction?
Do you believe that the reason that what you call it, the Trinity is
I
reasonable?
asked you a question. How is the Trinity a logical contradiction within the laws of identity? You're not answering me.
Go ahead, repeat what you said.
Okay, I'll repeat it one more time for you.
No,
How is the
no,
Trinity?
repeat exactly what the Trinity is, nigga.
Repeat what the Trinity is. The Trinity
Mhm.
is three distinct persons who share one divine essence, which is a nature, which is that of God. A title, a nature, doesn't only adhere to one person. It's the same way how we all have a human nature.
Repeat what the
What's the
Trinity
difference there?
is.
I'll repeat it one more time for you, Moon. The Trinity is three distinct persons who share the same divine essence, which is that of God and the nature of God. Three distinct persons. They're not separate. Tell me how that's a logical contradiction within the laws of identity. You still haven't answered my question. Hello? Yo, Vert, you hearing this shit? I asked the question a minute ago and he still has no answer. Yo, Moon. Okay, so I guess we're ducking. This is your average Jehovah. You're gonna tell me that you answer John 1:1 differently and they can't define or explain what the Trinity is, and then tell me how the Trinity is a logical contradiction within metaphysics.
I'm
Like that's
done.
crazy.
So, so you said
Are you
a
back or did you
so you
hear a
said a
word I said?
Trinity is three distinct persons
I'm
who
not
share
gonna repeat
a
myself. I'm
single
not
essence.
what?
Three distinct persons who share a single essence. That's what you
Yes,
think
the
the
Trinity
Trinity
is
is.
three distinct persons who
All right,
share the
so
same
first of all,
divine
this is just
essence, aka
you
will,
just contradict the
that of
law of
God.
identity. If the essence is defined as something indivisible and unique, then claiming it's fully possessed by three distinct entities violates the principle of identity. For example, if the essence defined or quality of a person
Wait.
and
I have
person
a
A,
question.
B, and
I
C
have a
are
question for
distinct,
premise
they
one.
cannot simultaneously possess
I have I have
undivided
a
essence
question for
without
premise
creating a
one.
contradiction logical problem, right? This is the logical problem. If essence defines individuality, right? Then a person A equals person B equals person C, which contradicts their very being, right?
No,
Do you agree?
no, that's not how that's not no, I don't
Yeah,
agree.
that is
And I have a question
exactly
for
how it
premise one.
is. So I'm gonna repeat myself again
How why are you gonna re-articulate? You just told me.
because somebody just joined, so they can
That
actually
that
keep up.
that that's
So
fine. That's
if
fine.
you
You can track off.
describe the Trinity as
No, I still
being
haven't asked you my question for
three
P1.
persons
I
under
want to ask you
a
my question for
divine
premise
or a
one.
single essence, right? They would just
Why is
go
he
ahead and
not letting
violate
me
like
talk?
the very
Why is he
laws
not
of
letting me talk?
identity. Hmm?
Yo, Vert, can you judge this? Yo, Vert, can you judge this? Can you judge this? Because why is he not letting me talk? He just gave his premise and he's not letting me
Somebody
refute
just
or ask
joined, nigga.
questions.
What the fuck?
I don't care if Avondale just joined.
That's
I'm
the
trying to ask
equivalent
you a
to two
question.
of us talking, then somebody
Yo,
joins in, and then they like, "What's going on?" Then you ask them something, they be like, "I don't know what the fuck going on."
Moon.
Like, what?
It's not A
Yeah,
equals B equals C. That's not how it is.
it's exactly how the definition is
It's
provided.
A, B, and C that prescribe back to one
Yeah,
thing,
you could
which is
believe
that of
that
God.
you're going under your own definition of what
That's not
a
me going under my own definition. Can
yes, it
you
is.
explain the laws of identity?
All right, so the laws of identity basically describes as something if one thing is equal to the other thing, then it cannot be another thing, right? For A being A, right? It cannot be C at the same time. How can A equal C, right?
What? Can you repeat what you just said back to me?
The law of identity means there cannot be two things or something having like multiple identities at the same time. A cannot be fucking B. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree that if A equals
Just like
A
you can't
cannot
say
be
a
B.
square, just like you can't say a square is a triangle,
Sure.
right? Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay, so a square cannot never equal a triangle.
I wouldn't say that.
All right, so what's the description of a square and what's the description of a triangle?
I mean, a square like just equates to a
A
square.
square has four equal sides. A triangle
Of course.
has three sides with
Three sides and a
weird
different shape.
angles.
But is it still a shape?
It can have
Is it
equal
still a
sides
shape,
or it can
Moon?
have
Is it still a shape?
corresponding. Hmm?
Are they still shapes, Moon? So let's say a
Can the
triangle
triangle
and a
have more than
circle.
three
Are they
sides?
still shapes? Answer
Can
the
the triangle
question.
have more than three sides?
Answer the question. Are they still shapes?
Yes, they can be shapes.
No, not can they be shapes. I'm asking you, is it still a shape?
Yes, they
Does
are a
it
shape.
originate back? Okay, so it originates back to a shape. Thank you. You just conceded.
No, I didn't.
You're arguing for the law of identity, saying, okay, there's A, B, and C, a square, a triangle, and a circle, but they all just still identify as a shape at the end of the day. That's the point. That is the Trinity. It's just three distinct
So the
shapes.
thing that
Okay, so
yeah,
it
the
just think
difference
take it like this.
between
It's three distinct shapes, but it still originates back to a shape. How is that the difference?
the difference between that is right. Like a shape isn't exactly something. You cannot say a shape is like a person because a person wouldn't
What?
be necessarily have a shape.
A shape
Yes,
can be identified. That's the point.
a shape can be identified. So yes, a human body can also be identified.
I'm not
Do you
asking if a
agree?
human body can be identified. We're talking on persons, not human bodies.
Yeah. Do you
Tell
agree?
me the
Yeah. A
Father's
person.
physical
No. No. No.
body.
A person body is a shape. Do you agree?
A person's body is a shape. I mean, sure, a person has a shape. Sure, like a human body can have a shape, but that's not what I'm arguing for. That's just a red herring. It doesn't matter.
But the said
You're
person
getting
also.
off topic to
No.
my
No. No.
refutation,
No.
Moon.
No.
You're getting off topic to
No.
my
I'm
refutation.
not getting off
I'm
topic.
saying if there's a square, a triangle, and a circle, all of them are just distinct shapes, but they're not separate from being a shape. Yes or no? That's your own logic within the laws of identity. So you're just contradicting yourself. It's completely self-defeating.
You didn't
Where's
defeat
the
anything. We can
refutation?
go to conclusions.
Okay, Vert. Yo, Vert. Yeah, he wants to go to conclusions. Bro, Smoothie doesn't. Okay. Smoothie hasn't even been here to watch us argue. You've been here, just judge. Yo, Moon, would you like to give your conclusion first, or
We can
you
wait
can
for
give your
Smoothie if
conclusion?
Bert doesn't want to judge.
Okay. You said you were recording? Okay, cool, 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 cool.
But yeah,
No,
so
no, you're good for
I don't know
recording. You're
what
good for recording.
definition of essence that you're using, but the definition of essence I'm using is something that's undivisible.
Why are you using that definition for essence? You need to use the definition for essence and like philosophically, like metaphysically.
You can do that. I'm not using it.
Why would you use that definition for essence though?
I'm using the logic of the principles of logic framework, the basic framework that
That wouldn't
you
adhere
go
to
under,
your
right?
philosophical and
No, I'm
metaphysical
talking. If
beliefs
I'm
though. That's
using
what
that
I'm
right,
saying.
I'm obviously
No,
using things
but
that
you're not using
correspond
it
with
right. There's a
reality.
philosophical
I'm using
definition.
things that correspond with reality rather than something being
And
metaphysical.
essence is
Metaphysical
just an
things
intrinsic
usually
nature. That's all an
contradicts
essence is.
reality. Do you agree?
I'm sorry?
Metaphysical things usually contradicts reality. Do you agree? Or the
Metaphysical things
reality that
usually
we,
contradict reality.
yeah,
No,
like
I
death
wouldn't agree.
being. Do you think death is physical?
Do I think death is physical? Yes.
Yeah, go ahead,
I,
prove that.
that death is physical?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have a soul and a quote unquote spirit leaving your body. Whenever you die, you start to perish. You start to decay. You start to rot.
So can
So
humans
death,
touch?
so death is a
Oh,
physical
wait a
thing.
minute. So can humans
The
interact with
argument is
death?
really based on your soul and your spirit. And
Can
if your
humans
spirit dies,
interact with death?
can humans interact with death? I mean, humans can meet death, but they can't necessarily interact with it.
Okay, thank you.
That
Like
doesn't
what the
prove your
fuck?
point, though.
It doesn't exist in
Is life
reality at
is
all.
life physical? Is life physical?
No.
Life isn't physical. Can you explain why life
Mm.
isn't physical?
All right, so I just believe life is just like the very essence of being able to think or observe things, right? If you like you cannot think no more, which I believe like the mind is immaterial, so you necessarily can always think. So if you cannot think, right, then you will
Something
necessarily
that
not
can't
be
think doesn't
alive.
have a life.
Hmm.
So something that can't think doesn't have a life.
Mm-hmm.
So can you prove brain dead patients don't have lives, even though we know that their
Yeah,
hearts are
just
beating?
because you can't physically monitor what they're like what's going on, they still could be thinking. That's the whole point of a mind being like immaterial. Just because you can't physically like monitor that they are having some type of process doesn't necessarily mean that this process is not happening.
So you're
You
arguing for
because
an
when we see brain
absence of
dead
evidence
patients,
doesn't entail evidence of
we are just
absence.
monitoring their brain. We're not monitoring their
So
mind.
absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence. Is that what you're arguing?
No, that's not what I'm saying,
Occam's
yeah.
You just now said that if we can't monitor like that they're brain dead doesn't
No,
mean that the
you
process
yeah,
is still
yeah.
happening.
You just
You
can
believe
you
mind
can't you came to
mind
the
is
conclude you came to the
immaterial.
conclusion that